All right, let's get right into it. India is in the middle of building something incredibly ambitious. And no, we're not just talking about some cool new app or a single piece of tech. We're talking about a complete, sovereign AI stack that's being designed from the ground up for its 1.4 billion people. This is a blueprint for the future. But the big question is, what kind of future is it actually building? And this quote really gets to the heart of their whole vision. It makes it crystal clear that the goal isn't just about having the biggest, baddest computers or winning some tech race. The real test, the only test that matters, is whether this massive project can solve real-world problems and actually improve people's lives. At the end of the day, it's all about impact, not just infrastructure. Okay, so improving the quality of life sounds great, right? But what does that actually look like on the ground? Let's move past the big ideas and look at some concrete examples of where this is already happening. And listen, these are not just ideas on a whiteboard. This is happening right now. In healthcare, you've got these incredible tools analyzing x-rays in just seconds, especially in remote areas where there just aren't enough doctors. Then you look at farming. There are apps giving farmers on-the-spot advice about pesticide use. I mean, that saves crops, it saves money, it's a game changer. And even in schools, AI platforms are helping kids get better at math, showing real results. This is AI built from the ground up to solve problems that are, well, uniquely Indian. So we've seen what they're building, all these really practical applications. But the big question is, how? How does this all connect and work together? Well, that brings us to the engine behind all of this, the AI stack. So what is an AI stack? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a skyscraper. At the very top, you've got the fancy penthouse suite, right? That's the app you're using on your phone. It's what you see. But that penthouse is completely useless without everything underneath it. The floors, the steel beams, the plumbing, the electrical grid, and a massive foundation holding the whole thing up. The AI stack is that entire skyscraper, from the shiny app you see all the way down to the actual physical servers humming away in a data center. And this is where India's plan gets really interesting. It's not just another tech stack. They're calling it a sovereign framework. You gotta remember two keywords here: democratize and population scale. The whole goal is to turn AI into a kind of public utility, like electricity or water. Something that's controlled by India for India to make sure its benefits reach everyone, not just a handful of big companies. All right, so let's pop the hood on this thing. How is this massive machine actually built? What are the nuts and bolts that make up the India AI stack? So it's built in 5 interconnected layers, just like our skyscraper. At the very bottom, the foundation is energy. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? None of this works if you can't plug it in. On top of that, you have the data and network layers. Think of these as the digital highways and the plumbing for our building. Then comes the compute layer. This is the raw muscle, the steel structure doing all the heavy lifting. Next up is the AI model layer. This is the brain of the operation, where the smart algorithms live. And finally, sitting right at the top, is the application layer. That's our penthouse again. The app on your phone, the tool a doctor uses, it's where you actually interact with the whole system. And let me tell you, they are not messing around when it comes to powering the muscle of this thing, that compute layer. The government is throwing some serious cash at it. We're talking over 10,300 crore rupees. That's about $1.2 billion, all just to build out the computing power. So yeah, this is not just some idea on paper. This is a massive financial bet. But this whole project, it's not just about what's happening inside India. We need to zoom out, because what they're doing has huge global implications. This is a massive strategic power play on the world stage. And I love this quote because it just cuts right to the chase. This is not charity, it is a power move. By building its own stack from the ground up, India is basically saying, we're not going to rely on Silicon Valley or on China anymore. The goal here is independence. It's about shaping the future of AI on their own terms, not someone else's. So you really got 3 different ways the world is looking at AI right now. In the US, it's mostly led by big tech, driven by the market. In China, it's treated more like a strategic national asset, coordinated by the state. But India is carving out a unique third path. They're saying AI should be public infrastructure, just like roads or electricity, and it should be open and accessible to everybody. So, we've got this incredible vision, a technical blueprint, a bold global strategy. It all sounds pretty amazing. But, and this is a big but, as the system gets built at lightning speed, a really critical and frankly pretty uncomfortable question starts to come up. And it's this: when the AI makes a mistake, who's to blame? I mean, think about it. What if an AI system denies you your benefits or gives a wrong medical diagnosis? Who is responsible?
Is it the person who coded the model? The government agency that's using it? The company that put it all together? All of a sudden, that clear 5-layer blueprint, it gets really, really blurry.
And this really gets to the core criticism you hear from a lot of folks. The approach seems to be code first, governance later. The idea is just build the tech, roll it out as fast as you can, and we'll figure out the rules and safety nets later on. But here's the problem. By the time later comes, this AI is already deeply embedded in systems that affect millions of people's lives every single day.
And let me show you what that actually looks like. Let's say an AI wrongly denies someone their government benefits. Who do they go to? Well, the model builder can just say, hey, I just built what they asked for. The integrator can blame the model, and the government can point fingers at the private tech company. See what happens? Responsibility gets passed around so much that it basically vanishes. And the citizen who's been wronged, they're left with no way to fix it. This same pattern can repeat across every critical sector. So, at the end of the day, we're left with this massive, crucial question. Is the India AI stock a truly revolutionary model for using AI for the public good? A real digital utility for everyone? Or in this rush to build, is it creating a vast, powerful architecture of control, where when things go wrong, there's no one clearly at the wheel? That's the profound choice at the very heart of this entire project.